So, I'm Matthew from Those Guys with Specs, and this is my first review, and I'll be reviewing Watch Dogs. So, first of all, I'd like to apologize that I know the game came out almost a month ago, and I'm just now getting to reviewing it. It took me a while, sorry, I've been just really preoccupied. So, this was easily one of the most highly anticipated games of the entire year. Being announced back in 2012 at E3. And speaking of that, the graphics looked amazing in that demo, and now finally comes out, and they're downgraded. I mean, don't get me wrong, the my biggest problem is that it's more lit up. I don't know why I have such a problem with that, but that's probably the biggest issue with the graphics for me. What is the deal? Like you downgrade a game's graphics. It looked better in a demo from 2 years ago than now. So moving on. The hacking, that's pretty fun. Although, okay, I understand that it takes up battery from your smartphone. Excuse me, sorry, but like when you're trying to evade the police or someone who invaded your game, and you use traffic lights, steam pipe, bridge, whatever, and somehow most of those um, won't even get the person off your tail, and then before you know you're out of smartphone battery. What the heck? Sorry, I'm trying to think of what else to say. Oh yeah, online hacking, the notoriety point system. You you can lose more notoriety than how much you can gain, like a substantial more amount with online hacking. And believe me, online hacking is damn hard. At least it's hard not to get killed. But I just think the whole deal with most people you'll get paired up with in that hacking game, you can lose like at least twice as much as you can gain. That's ridiculous. I mean, you ask yourself, is it even worth it? And if you like the achievements and you successfully hack 10 people in online hacking, like it's 100%, then it's worth it for that. But other than that, no way. And story. Aiden is as interesting as as a character looking for revenge can be, I guess. Although the story could be more about him, you know. A lot of the times I felt, even early on in the story, that you are doing things for other people rather than looking for the people who killed Aiden's niece. Like, for example, I know this mission introduced the main villain, but, Jordy, the fixer, calls you up and says, hey, go drop this guy off at this place. And I'm sure there are quite a few like that in future missions. But this is Aiden's story. This isn't supposed to be Aiden doing favors for T-Bone or Clara or anybody. I mean, you can have a few of those missions fine, but when half of the missions are like that, there's a problem. But if you can get past that, the story's pretty fun. And the investigations, the side investigations, like excuse me, then like human traffic, weapons investigation. When I did one of the first investigation missions and I found that all you had to do was go to this location, find this thing, hold X to scan, and then it unlocks this video file, or no, audio file sometimes. I thought, is that it? Is that all this side mission is? okay, that final mission, this investigation, I better be worth my time. But I've completed a couple of them so far, and one of them, which was the Palace Pack um, thing, the Palace Pack included with the DLC. No, I'm sorry, the pre-order. That was just scan 10 hard drives out of dirty stuff on you and everyone else in the city. That's it. No achievement, no final mission, nothing. But stuff like missing persons. Okay, I find 9 missing people, and I get this location to this guy who's been killing people and hiding them away in bags. It was exactly like a criminal detection. You look for this guy, crime probability or potential victim or whatever, and then you take him down. End of side quest, achievement unlocked. I mean, for me, the side investigations are worth it for the achievement, but that's it. There's hardly any other value to them. So, oh, and the characters, they could be a lot more interesting, other than just someone who's helping you or someone you have to kill. I mean, please give me more than that. Honestly, when I first got into the game, excuse me, uh, I thought it was one of Ubisoft's best games. But now looking back at it, and reanalyzing everything, it's probably kind of one of their weaker games, at least from what I played. I mean, I've only played Far Cry 3, 4 Assassin's Creed games. I should probably play more of what they have to offer. Far Cry 3 was amazing, and I expected that same, at least a similar feel in Watch Dogs. But I gotta say, I had a lot more fun with Far Cry. It's one of my favorite games. I mean, after all the anticipation from this game that there was, it deserved to be more. I mean, I like the game, but I think gotta think of positive sides. Okay, the graphics may be downgraded from what they showed us 2 years ago, but they're still pretty amazing. I mean, come on. And there's so much to do with the environment. You know, explode this, set off this guy's grenade, even, and focus. When you can slow down the Aiden's perception of time, I guess you call it that. That's pretty cool. Oh, I digress from the pros, but I have to say, the fixer contracts. Good lord, I hate these things. Especially this one in Pawnee, where you get a motorcycle and you have to go through 32 checkpoints while the police are scanning for you. And if you do a fixer contract without any of the jam comms hacks, you're screwed. Because, of course, the police they're psychopaths, as I heard one person describe them. They really are. And if they catch you, well, if they even so much as get on your tail during a fixer contract, you're dead. You are so dead. But this one specifically, I've done a few of them. None of them were as hard as this one. So, motorcycle, 32 checkpoints, this impossible track. And of course, a motorcycle is much harder it's much easier to crash than a car. It's so much faster. Something you can run over as a car like a rock, you'll hit on a motorcycle and go flying. And of course, if the car wrecks or the vehicle wrecks in the fixer contract, mission failed. Do it over again. I felt like I had a similar feeling when playing Rainbow Road for Mario Kart. This mission was designed by the devil himself. That's how I felt, and I'm honestly not looking forward to the 30-something fixer contracts I have left. So if you don't care about the achievement or getting 100% in the game, avoid fixer contracts. Just don't do them. Oh, and the world, it's huge. I'd say it's probably about as big as Assassin's Creed 3. I think that'd be a pretty good comparison. Maybe, oh, no, it's about on par with that one. Of course, the bigger the world, the more fun you have. What else could I say? Well, I guess that's all I have to say, actually. I mean, after all the cons, but the pros it has as well, when you analyze all of that, I'd say Watch Dogs gets a solid 75%. So after this, I'm sorry to say, this disappointment, I am really crossing my fingers for Far Cry 4 and The Division. Oh, and Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm really hoping Ubisoft will bring themselves back with that one, even though it was their biggest selling launch day or week, whatever, of all time. Sure, Far Cry 4 and Assassin's Creed will bring them back this year. So I hope you enjoyed my review. Next up is Destiny in September. So I'll see you then.